Hi there, in this short video, I'm going to show you how to generate approximately 5% on capital requirements for a SPX put credit spread, and also generate a positive vega curvature by adding a deep out of the money put, which will enable crash protection. And here we go. First thing we're going to do is set up the put credit spread. So when we look at the chart, we can see that we have a major swing low here. So we're going to want to look at puts below approximately 26.90. So let's go ahead and go over to the option chain. We're dealing with 56-day options. Anything over 45 days is decent from a credit spread perspective. So let's go ahead and look at these 2680s. We're going to go ahead and sell the 2680s by the 2660s. We'll go ahead and lock them up. Okay, we're generating about $1.30 for this credit spread. So it's a 20-point credit spread, $1.30 credit. It's $130 on a $2,000 capital requirement. So it's approximately 5% premium generation. And if the trade wins, which there's a decent probability that it will keep all of that capital and those options expire. Of course, you could close them down early, but it's just up to the trader. Okay, let's go and set up some probabilities here. Okay, so there is approximately 89% probability that these puts will expire out of the money and win. So, and that doesn't include trade management, etc. Okay, so this is fairly simple, fairly straightforward, fairly common. Here's how you invert vega and generate crash protection and keep most of the credit. Notice our 2683 slices here. Vega is minus 73, so it's negative. Okay, so if the markets were to crash, if the VIX were to completely crater 10%, that would be approximately 260 points lower. The VIX would probably go to 100, and this trade would get completely blown out with a 100% max loss of risk capital. So when we change our adjusted volatility to, we'll add 55 points to the VIX. Okay, so now it's at approximately 68 because you had today's VIX. You can see how the losses are exacerbated. Okay, you can't adjust a trade during a crash. Okay, let's take it back to zero. Vega is still negative across the board. Let's go back to add simulate trades. Okay, remember we generated $1.60 in premium. We're going to go and pick up a 1300 put deep out of the money for 20 cents. Okay, so we added that leg. Let's go back to our risk profile. Okay, notice our vega is greatly decreased. Okay, it's at minus 25. Okay, so you can see how it goes from at the money, strongly negative vega, and the curvature declines rapidly until out here it's actually positive. At 2680, it's actually positive. So here's what happens. S&P crashes 10%. We're sitting in this trade. We generated $1.30 in credit. We're spending 20 cents for a deep out of the money option, which is useless from a delta perspective. So we're not buying delta, we're buying vega. Okay, we're inverting vega, we're inverting vega's curvature. Okay, let's add that same 55 points to the VIX and see what happens. And this is what happens. So risk, intra-trade risk is completely eliminated. So you can take that $1.30, spend a mere 20 cents. So instead of getting a $1.30 credit, you're getting a $1.10 credit. So $130 versus $110. And inverting vega. And if that VIX just crashes, you're not able to maneuver. something terrible happens in the market, you can actually make money based upon this trade. And this is something that many traders have trouble wrapping their head around. But we have empirical data showing, these options for 20 cents can go to 18 points, go to 20 points, very simply and very easily. They can go up by 10,000% in a matter of a week when there's a vol explosion. And I think we saw some great examples of that in February. So how do I trade? How do we trade? For every put spread we set up, we typically have a third leg in place, and we view them as an expense, not as an investment, and we leave them on. So if we close our put spread for a profit, we'll leave the third leg in place, sell the next put spread with an extra leg, and we slowly build an inventory of long puts for extra crash protection. So anyway, hope it helps. Have a great trading week, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.